Hello. One of the most common questions that I'm asked relates to, why am I here? What is my purpose? In fact, about 40 to 45% of all questions that get sent in, and to date I've received thousands of questions, is some version of, what is my purpose? And so I can't answer all of those questions individually, unfortunately, although I do try my best. And so I thought what would be a really great idea would be to create a video and give you my perspective on life purpose. And it's my personal belief that we as human beings, as awakening human beings, that we have three different purposes, at least 3 or 4 actually. And the first one is enlightenment. It's the common purpose of all humanity, of all humankind. And to me, what enlightenment is consciously waking up, becoming the conscious creator of your life, learning to consciously operate as spirit through the physical body, which is a journey that involves transcending the ego and becoming senior to all the body levels, such as the emotions, such as the thought processes, so that the light of your consciousness shines brightly through you and allows you to consciously create a spirit in the physical world. So that's life purpose number 1. So if you're wondering what is my purpose, then for sure that is one of them. And to be someone who shines their light in the world, who anchors light on this planet, who helps raise the vibrational frequency of our world. And of course, that path to enlightenment, to awakening, is the process of you enlightening yourself, of you raising your own vibrational frequency as you heal yourself and as you step by step reveal yourself and become and know yourself and become more consciously aware of who you are. Now, when most people ask the question, what is my life purpose? What they're asking is, what's unique about me, what's special about me, and what is the unique contribution that I can make to mankind? What is the thing that I can be doing where I would feel happy and fulfilled and at peace? And of course, there is nobody else in this world like you. And of course, therefore, there is a unique, matchless contribution that you are here to contribute to the symphony of souls. Now, you are a spark of divine consciousness. You are you're an aspect of God. And as such, you are eternal. You are eternally creative. You have enormous creative potential within you. And you have unique gifts that you bring and are meant to shine through you this lifetime. Now, some of the things that you might want to create could be your career, could be a business, could be helping others in some way, creating abundance through meaningful work. So how do you identify what that unique contribution is? Well, there's a couple of ways that can get you started. One is, what are you truly passionate about? What are you truly passionate about? What lights you up? What excites you? What do you feel enthusiastic about? And if you could put aside all of the cultural programming that tells you what you should want to do, and if you can put aside all of the key influences in your life who have a particular way of seeing you and an expectation of what you might do, if you could put all of that aside, if you didn't have to think about money or any of the usual things that concern us in our human life, what would it be that you were the most passionate about, because therein lies a big clue that this is the unique contribution that you came to make lies in that spark of passion. And you know, interestingly enough, they've done studies on people who, on MBA students, and they followed them in their careers. And they followed a group that chose what they wanted to do based solely on passion, without worrying about, you know, how will I survive? They just said, I love this and this is what I'll do, versus a group who said, well, I need to take into account my status and my career progression and how much money I'm going to make. And at the end of the day, the ones that did better and the ones that made more money and all of those things that we humans seem to value so much were the ones who followed their passion. So part of it is about taking a leap of faith and committing to yourself and that spark within you that makes you happy, even if there is programming that says that you can't make it work, because you wouldn't feel that way unless you couldn't find a way to set your life up that you could make that work. So that's life purpose number 2. Number 1, enlightenment. Number 2, unique contribution. And number 3, let's call it eternal expansion. Because part of your life purpose here on earth is to grow, is to expand, is to go through new experiences never experienced by anyone before and respond to them and learn from them. Now, from our human perspective, sometimes this is unpleasant and we don't enjoy it. This planet, the journey on our planet's full of ups and downs, peaks and troughs. But from the soul's perspective, there are no good or bad life events. The soul delights in all new experiences, and because they are all grist for the mill, they are all ways of learning, of expanding, of growing. And sometimes we get so hung up on making choices. We get really stuck about what to choose next. and so we don't move, we don't expand, because we're afraid of making the wrong choice. And so remember that there are no wrong choices. There are just the choices that you make. There are just the choices that you make, and you will fulfill your purpose regardless of which choice that you make, because your purpose is to expand in consciousness. And everything you choose takes you to a place where you can do that. And as you do that, and as you expand your consciousness, and as you grow, you add to the growth of all humanity and all consciousness and all creation. Now, there's a 4th purpose, and let's call it purpose in the moment. There is a purpose to every single moment of your life. So no matter how lost you're feeling, there is purpose in each and every moment. You know, your purpose right now might be to watch this video and absorb some information. 5 minutes from now, your purpose might be to nourish your body. You might have a purpose of taking care of your children. You might have a purpose of sleeping because your body needs to rest. And so every single moment of your life is imbued with purpose. There is the purpose of simply being present in the physical world, in the physical body. That is an amazing purpose in itself, just to experience this physical reality. Not all souls experience physical reality. So, I hope that this has given you a perspective on life purpose. And if you do have a question about life purpose, you can still send it in to me. Sometimes we will answer individual ones. And if you have a question about something else of a spiritual nature, you can also send it. There is a link below this video for you to do that. And the other thing I want to mention is, because some of the questions that you ask are so common, and there's so many people who are needing an answer, I want to create as many tools as I can in ways that I can of helping you. And so one of the other things that I've done is create a series of meditation journeys, and they are called life activation meditations, and they're available on my website under meditation, and they're life activations. And there is a life activation meditation for discovering your life purpose. And in fact, there are 7 of them. And each one of them is meant to address one of the most common questions that people write to me about. So do check those out. And as I mentioned, if you're watching this and you haven't sent me a question before, then you can fill out go to the link and fill out the form. And I also have created a series of videos with little mini spiritual teachings, and they are available from another link below this video. They're called weekly video card readings, but they're much more than that. They're spiritual teachings, and they're based on my card deck, Portico Soul Essence cards. There's some of them here behind me, and they are channeled drawings. They are multidimensional, and they tell the human spiritual unfoldment journey, the journey of spiritual awakening, and the trials and tribulations of that. So each one has an enormous amount of teaching within it, and what I've done is I've created a short teaching based on these cards every week, and there's a link that you can click that will take you there.